Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim-Nakrin. Taking a look at the top stories that we are following this morning, there's been a massive fire that crews in DeKalb County have been battling throughout the morning. Let me show you some footage from the scene here. And this is our top story on Atlanta News First, or one of our top stories on AtlantaNewsFirst.com if you want to read more about it. But here's a look at the aftermath after this fire broke out early this morning at this apartment complex in DeKalb County. Officials said reports of the structure fire on the 3400 block of Blazing Pine Path in Decatur came in just before 8 o'clock this morning. Officials said that when they arrived on the scene, and DeKalb Fire responded to the scene, heavy flames were coming from the apartment building and possibly another as well. And you can see quite a bit of damage to that building, and you see that it's still smoking in this video that was captured a little bit earlier. But all residents thankfully were evacuated and no injuries were reported, so that's a huge relief here. Fire crews have been working throughout the morning to put out the fire, make sure that all the hot spots have been put out as well so that nothing reignites. And it's the investigation is ongoing, of course. It's unclear how many residents are affected, but we do know at least one building is heavily damaged by this. Of course, it's a developing story as the investigation is underway. We're going to keep following the latest and bring you the latest developments as soon as we learn more. Also, right now, crews are working to restore power after last night's storm as well. There's kind of a scramble to get everyone's electricity back on at the moment, actually. Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm is checking out some of the damage this morning, and she's in DeKalb County, which is one of the areas impacted the most.
I am in a residential neighborhood off North Indian Creek. Look at what neighbors are seeing this morning. This is Chaver's place. A tree has fallen across the street, and you can see the power lines are sagging because of it. The power is out for this neighborhood. Take a look at this video we shot earlier in the Ellenwood area of South DeKalb. This is Moore Road. It is blocked at Westside Place because a tree fell across the roadway overnight, taking utility lines down with it. Here's some video one of my colleagues got in the 5 a.m. hour on Lehigh Boulevard. You can see they had just chopped up much of a tree that fell across a yard there. We're seeing trees and limbs down all across Metro Atlanta, particularly here in DeKalb County, and that has kept power company crews very busy. We saw them working on Hambrick Road overnight. At one point last night, Georgia Power reported about 10,000 customers had lost power. They've restored much of it, but they still have much more work to do. And taking another look here on Chaver's Place, I just checked and Georgia Power is reporting a number of outages in this area just because of this one tree alone, and it could be noon before all of the power is restored. The good news, it does not appear anyone was hurt. In DeKalb County, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
Also making headlines, Atlanta's Board of Education planning to vote on their next superintendent to lead the district. The vote is for the sole finalist, Dr. Brian Johnson. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson is at the Atlanta Public School headquarters breaking down the selection process.
Dr. Brian Johnson was tabbed as the sole finalist weeks ago, and today he could be named as the official superintendent. Now, Dr. Johnson has been in the community for a series of meet and greets for about 2 weeks. During this time, parents, teachers, and community members have been able to ask Dr. Johnson about his vision for the district. Now, this all comes after the Atlanta Board of Education announced him as the sole finalist back in mid-June. But due to state laws, the board was required to wait at least 14 days before making a final decision. Now, Dr. Johnson says he is ready to get things going.
The board is focused on the right work. The community is engaged at a really deep level. And so I'm excited about what we have the possibility of doing for children. We'll have a 100-day plan where we'll have a chance to really share what we're reviewing and what we're listening to and what we're getting and gathering.
Now, the school board is expected to vote on Dr. Johnson's contract in a board meeting this morning at 10. If approved, Dr. Johnson would be the district's 4th superintendent in 10 years. In downtown Atlanta, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
All right, thanks so much to Asia for that report. Taking a live look outside. It's a little bit cloudy out there, and those storms were pretty rough for a lot of people last night. Let's get over to First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. What do we expect today?
Good morning to you, Joy. We are in another First Alert weather day for more storms that will redevelop later on this afternoon and evening. It won't be a washout, but there will certainly be some storms around, so that's something you want to watch out for. There's a live look, what you're looking at there on the right-hand side of really the entire screen. That is over Midtown Atlanta, where we are seeing a partly to mostly cloudy sky this morning. A lot of moisture in the air, and that is a sign of what will eventually be those showers and storms here later on this afternoon. Good morning to you, everybody. So you don't have to worry about any rain this morning. First part of the afternoon will be fine, but by like 3, 4 o'clock, we'll start to see those showers and storms firing up. So let's go to your forecast model here. We're going to make this full screen so you can really see what I'm talking about. At lunchtime, it's still dry. So if you have any lunch plans today, you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about any rain. But notice that by the time we get to like 3 o'clock, starting to see some showers and storms popping up, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, it does look like these storms will be around as you are driving home from work today. So just know that in advance. Not a washout, but certainly some scattered storms as you drive home from work. And some of those storms may extend into the evening as well. So if you're headed out to dinner, you'll still have to dodge some scattered showers and storms. It's not a washout, but again, this will be a nuisance. No severe weather is expected either. We had several severe thunderstorm warnings yesterday. Not really anticipating that today, but again, enough storms out there this afternoon and evening to where we do have a First Alert weather day. The coverage around 40% later on this evening. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We will drop the coverage of rain to about 30% on Tuesday, and then drier air will start to make its way into North Georgia for the rest of the week. So really after tomorrow, the rest of the week is mostly dry and staying hot with highs in the low 90s. Over the weekend, maybe a 20% chance of rain on Friday and Saturday, but I do believe our overall best chance of rain for Metro Atlanta will be today and perhaps tomorrow. Then after that, it's just hot and dry basically going into the upcoming weekend. So watch out for those storms later on this afternoon. Again, at lunchtime we'll be fine, but by the time you're driving home from work, we are forecasting those storms to be out there, so just make sure and keep that in mind. Build in some extra time as you're getting home. Make sure and have that umbrella handy. And again, it's possible that those storms may extend into your dinner time as well. We'll keep you up to date on this forecast with an update on Atlanta News First at noon, and of course, always in the First Alert Weather app. Till next time, we'll see you soon.